Hey guys, this is Celeste. I was just going to do a short video showing our mango trees that are flowering right now. It's supposed to get close to freezing tomorrow night, so I'm hoping that all of the flowers will still be okay and we have a lot of set fruit on some of the trees. So this is the Namdok Mai, and it has a lot of flowers and a few small set fruit on it. And then that is our lemon meringue tree, PPK, also blooming, and I can see lots of little set fruit on it as well. And then over here we have a lot of trees blooming. This tiny one is our dwarf Hawaiian. It has the pretty red flowers on it. And I see some set fruit on that as well. And then this is our lemon zest, and it had a huge bloom this year, one of the biggest that we've had on this tree. And it has a few little set fruit on it. So we will see how this does. I don't plan to cover any of the trees. We never cover any of our trees or spray them with anything to protect from the cold. They're kind of just on their own. This is Coggshall. It's a beautiful mango, not one of my favorite tasting, but they're so pretty, and it is just loaded with little tiny fruits. And then this is Pickering. Again, loves to flower. Hopefully we'll get a lot of set fruit on this. It looks like there's a couple of set fruit on it. Oh yeah, I'm seeing more and more. So it has a lot of tiny set fruit. And then I'm gonna have to find our little tortoise. We have 3 sulcata tortoises, and the big guys stay out there. They have like a house and we cover it with a blanket. And then the little guy will barely fit into a container, and we bring him inside and he just sits in that until it warms up. There's the lemon meringue again. And then this is the Valencia Pride, which Craig cut back really hard, and we have got some strange fungal issues going on the trunk now. So there's like little mushrooms growing on the trunk, so we will see. Craig put a little bit of copper on that to see if it would stop the fungus. And then our dot tree has just a tiny bit of bloom on it. Not flowering a whole lot. And then back in the back there is Harvest Moon. And it's a later mango, but it has like a little bit of flower starting. Very odd. Tiny panicles. And then our coconut cream tree always flowers really late, which I love because I don't have to worry about it getting too cold. But every year I'm worried it's not gonna flower. And so far, for the last, 5 years, it's been one of our biggest producers. So hopefully, again this year, it will flower well. And then I have a really tiny P22 mango tree that Craig grafted for me, and I will probably put a trash can over this. I will be removing the flowers later, but I'll just probably put a trash can over it to keep it from getting too cold. This is the Big Run mango, which we're planning to get rid of, but we have a couple of grafts. I think there's Ruby is grafted onto here, and maybe 015 as well. So we just need to get some rootstock to graft those onto before either top working this tree better or doing something else with it. This is the orange sherbet. So no flowers yet on it. It has been a very slow grower for us. And then this is cac. And also I don't see any flowers on cac yet. I brought in most of our orchids, but there are a couple that are mounted on the trees, so they'll just be on their own out here. And then this is ice cream, and it is covered in flowers. Usually this blooms twice for us, about a couple months apart, and so we get 2 nice crops. I don't know. Hopefully these will make it. It smells really good. There's a few flies on it. We used to have a lot more flies in years past. There's definitely been fewer insects in the area lately. And then back here along the fence, we have Ugly Betty, which has not flowered yet. And Chakanon, which is covered in flowers. And then Valkyrie. This was labeled Beverly when we bought it, but it turns out it's Valkyrie. And it has a few flowers. And then this is, I don't remember. It's like a seedling tree from the repository in Miami that was supposed to be really good, and so far it hasn't been one of our favorites, but we'll see if we're going to keep it or not. Oh, and then we have the Mangifera odorata. Let me see if it's flowering. It has really pretty red flowers, similar to the dwarf Hawaiian, but it's a different Mangifera species than mangoes. So it's hidden back here behind the bananas. And I don't see any flowers on it yet. So this was grafted onto Mangifera indica, the regular mango rootstock. And it's become one of Craig's absolute favorite mango fruits. And then we have more mango trees over here. So this is Peach Cobbler, and it is normally a really heavy producer for us. No flowers yet, it's late. And then Sweet Tart, Craig cut back a lot. This tree was, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 times this wide. And so he cut it back a lot because the fruit was all on the ground, and it's just kind of a pain to keep up with the wildlife. So we will see if that flowers. It's another later mango. And this is Fruit Punch, and it likes to grow very upright, big fruits, no flowers yet. And then Cotton Candy is one of our latest mangoes. And again, no flowers, which is good, because if you can wait and have them flower after the risk of frost is gone, that's good. And then this is our little sugar loaf. And it is so small because I can't remove fruit from trees when they're little, especially when they taste this good. But this one had a irrigation line leak underneath it, and it was flooded, so it got a little more stunted than usual. And then this is Southern Blush, and we are getting rid of the tree. We were going to top work it, but instead Craig is enarching Super Alfonso onto the trunk down there. So I think it's taken, but we're going to wait a little bit longer before we cut off the tree we enarched. Super Alfonso is a really good fruit. We tried some last year, and they were some of our favorites. This is Alpar Banishan, and this is another great fruit. I don't know how they will produce in our area, but it's a delicious fruit. I'll probably end up tipping these and not letting it hold fruit. So like right here, I'll probably cut it and have it branch out more. This is my tree, so I like them really branchy. Craig likes trees to get taller before they branch out. But since this is my tree, I prune it the way I want it. And then this is Pina Colada, and no flowers on that either. This one has an inarch of another seedling because it wasn't growing super well. And then this is our Glen tree. It's one of my favorites, like for making mango salsa or anything, for just like a classic mango flavor because it's super reliable. I don't think anybody doesn't like Glen, but it has, I think, just a couple of panicles of flowers on it. So it should bloom again too. And then Maha Chinook, another like really pretty mango. And I like these if you eat them early, so as soon as they start to turn colors. But it has a lot of set fruit on it. Not a lot of flower, but the panicles that came out have set a lot of fruit. And I have one more mango tree over here. And that is our little Sussy Love tree. This is a delicious mango. It hasn't flowered for us yet. If it does, I might let it hold a fruit because they're so good and I just want to taste it. So anyway, that is what everything looks like today. It's Friday and we're supposed to get, it was 33 was supposed to be the low, I think Saturday night. And so we'll see how everything does. Hopefully everything will do well. I only brought in, breadfruit trees, Fiji longans, kava, and I have a chupa chupa tree that Harley at Garden Florida gave me. So those will all be coming inside, and all the hanging orchids are inside. But the mango trees are on their own except for that little tiny 1 foot grafted tree that'll get covered. So I hope all of y'all's mangoes do well, and I'll see you next time. Bye.